In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Eclipzz's mini VR AKS Island. The rubric that I'll be using for every mini VR is in the description if you'd like to look at it and why we're giving the review. First thing is the nature. This is responsible for 25 out of points out of possible 100. This category has 3 subcategories: biomes out of 10, elevation out of 5, and blank space, which is out of 10. Blank space is roads and buildings that satisfy, and nature density, which is how many trees, bushes, and rocks are in this area. Eclipzz has 2-ish biomes on this map. The first one is the grass biome, which has nothing much wrong with it. The only thing that's wrong with it is the dirt/jump paths on the map, which are way too rocky. The second biome on this map is the snow biome. This makes up the majority of the bottom of the map and has 2 pois in it. The snow area is great, there's nothing really to complain about it. The only thing that I have wrong with it is something you've never observed, but I'll talk about that area in the pois section. The reason why I said 2-ish biomes is because of Brittle Bay. Brittle Bay, I'm pretty sure it's just a bay with sand. I don't think it's a big biome, but for the sake of this video, I won't be counting it as a biome. The elevation of the whole map isn't really that bad, and it's actually quite good. And that's all I really have to say about the elevation. Now let's get to blank space. There are 2 collab landmarks in the map. One is directly impedes the movie plays, which is kind of like Risky Reels but smaller. Personally, I think Dude did better with her collab and with Fiat. The second collab is with CCL, and unless I'm missing something, it's kind of just the normal house with fortress pieces on it. And to me, it's not really that amazing of a feel, right? The nature gets a 15 out of 25. The biomes had gotten a 6 out of 10. The elevation got a 3 out of 5. And the blank space got a 6 out of 10. So the next thing is mechanics. This takes up 20 points out of possible 100. The categories are how many mechanics are there, which is out of 5. Are the mechanics done well? Out of 5. And the uniqueness of mechanics is out of 10. There are 3 mechanics in the map. The spawn teleport, which is a good mechanic. Only problem I have, which isn't gonna take points off of it, is the west and east. I think it should be swapped. And the other mechanic is the quest. The UI should be kind of better. I think it's a little weird right now. And the mechanic that goes off of that is that if you complete this week's quest, you will get the Falcon Scout. Which is kind of done poorly, because someone can just steal your Falcon Scout when you spawn with it. The mechanics get a 4 out of 5 for how many they are. How well they're done is 1 out of 5. And uniqueness is 1 out of 10. The reason why I didn't score high on that is because none of them are really that unique, and none of them are revolutionary. Total mechanics get a 6 out of 10. Next is the lootpool. It is 15 points, and the 3 sections are uniqueness and variety, which is 1 out of 5. Funness, which is out of 5. And balance, which is out of 5. The lootpool isn't really unique. The majority of it is chapter 4 items. The lootpool doesn't have any fun items that are like boogie bombs or flint locks. And the loophole is balanced, but it's in a bad way. The only reason why it is balanced is because the majority is chapter 4. The total of the section is 5 out of 15. Next section is POIs. All of it is worth 30 points. Every POI will be ranked out of 30 points, and average to get what the total of the POIs are. The categories are uniqueness, level design, and name and divulge. This section has a lot to it, so I'm going to quickly go through it and flash what I have for on screen. Remedy Reserve has a 5 out of 30. It is good rating because it's literally super swamp. There's terrain inside the building. Interior is bad. The layout is good. I think Remedy Reserve is referring to the slurp heals you get. The POI does not fit in with the map because there is no slurp rails around, and elevation is non-existent, and there is no cover. Lions Lounge is 8 out of 30. The main building is really big and badly designed. The layout is great. Cover is good. I see no need for the pier, and the kind of meh. Interior is bad, and it's kind of just lazy links. Mirrored Mines gets a 15 out of 30. The layout is fine. Interior is fine. The buildings are meh. The elevation is good inside of the mine. The building to prop walls inside of the mines is a bad choice. The name of the POI has nothing to do with it, except for obviously the mines part. The noise in the mine are creepy, and it has kind of meh cover. Riddle Bay has no elevation. The fire is good versus great. Good cover. The tower buildings are, in my opinion, about it down. The road is way too covered. The mechanic shop is fine. The gas station on the south side of the POI is way too close to the road. The taco building is bad in the interior. The Brittle Bay name probably refers to the fighting going on in the POI, and also that there's on the bay. The next POI, which is Spicy Shops, gets a 10 out of 30. Most of the buildings are bad except for the piece of building. Bing building. The gas station is way too close to the road, and there is not much cover. The names of the Spicy Shops doesn't really connect to it at all, except for the word shops, and that's it. How about that? Garner Grove is a 20 out of 30. Good building but bad interior. Good layout. Roads are way too small. Meh cover. Garden Grove probably refers to home. I mean, the house to build. Yeah. Dermatologic Fix is at 20 out of 30. Great elevation. Roads are way too curvy again. The buildings are too close to the road. The interior for businesses are fine, but however the houses are bad. There is a business as a exterior of the house, which in my opinion is really bad. Tropics probably refers to the Kraken Road, which is probably referencing an earthquake that happened, and also the tropical aesthetic, and also has good kind of cover. Cruising Cargo is a 16 out of 30 POI. The guy is actually kind of great. It stands out from everything else, but Fortnite kind of already did it. The buildings look great on the outside, but really bad interior. Layout is fine, elevation is fine. The Cruising Cargo name probably refers to cargo being a literal cargo phrase, and then cruising probably refers to the yacht. And the cover is fine. This fines get a 7 out of 30. The buildings are good on the outside, but have really bad interiors again. The terrain does not fit with the POI, because literally all the buildings are separated. Bad elevation, because none of the water is going to the top of any of the land. Bad interior. Stone paths are too jagged. Peaceful Pines probably refers to the pines, but I don't really see how it's peaceful. The last POI, which is Limestone Lock, gets a 9 out of 30. It has meh buildings, good layout, good elevation, bad interior, mat cover, stone paths are way too jagged like Peaceful Pines, and it's way too similar to Peaceful Pines. Well, limestone lodges probably refers to the lodges of POI, but I don't see how limestone connects to it. And personally, between Peaceful Pines and Limestone Lodge, I think Limestone Lodge is better. The average of all the POIs comes out to 12.9, and for simplicity, 13 out of 30. The last category is gameplay. The gameplay gets a 0 out of 10 because it's really laggy because of the unreleased props everywhere. The terrain for the dirt bikes is literally untrackable, and a lot of the outside of POIs are the same and not a lot to it. So while you're trying to find other people, it's kind of boring. The last section is unreleased props. The unreleased props, depending on how many you use casually, are like deducted points. So if you're using like pieces of unreleased props that are all the way around the map, that's going to get points deducted. And if it's just like once or twice in a POI, those won't be deducted. The map has minus 10 points for all of the trees that are unreleased props because they're everywhere. I would have taken off more points, but I'm feeling a little bit generous with it. The other 3 come from the slab juice and the slab crust, which makes it a total of minus 13 points. Now we got to the end of the video where we can get the total. 3 unreleased props is 51 points out of 100, and after unreleased props is 38 points out of 100. I hope you guys liked the video. If you don't agree with me or you agree with something of the review, please leave your comment below. And make sure to like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel.